Recently, Ukrainian reconnaissance aircraft destroyed air defense facilities of the aggressor country, Russia, in temporarily occupied Crimea, and Russians hastily deployed a new surface-to-air missile system to Crimea. This was reported by the local telegram channel Krymsky. One of its subscribers noticed an air defense system on one of the highways of the occupied peninsula. A Pantsir S-1 anti-aircraft missile and gun system was spotted on the Tavrida highway between Kersh and Simferopol. The occupiers are likely urgently moving it to the site of a previously destroyed air defense system to protect military facilities in Crimea from future Ukrainian attacks. As a rule, such systems are transferred from Russia to Crimea to replace those that have been disabled or destroyed. The statement said, "The Pantsir S-1 is a Russian self-propelled, short-range air defense missile system. It is designed to provide air defense for military and civilian targets against airborne threats such as aircraft, helicopters, drones, and cruise missiles. The system combines two 30mm cannons and 12 anti-aircraft missiles and can detect targets up to 36 kilometers away and engage them at up to 20 kilometers. According to retired British Army Colonel Hamish de Bretton-Gordon, Ukraine continues to systematically strike military targets on the temporarily occupied Crimean Peninsula, not only to weaken the enemy. Against this backdrop, speculation is circulating that the defense forces may be preparing a large-scale operation to liberate Crimea. The colonel is convinced that Ukraine has the potential to liberate the peninsula, but many factors must come together for this to happen. According to a British military official, the Ukrainian defense forces have already thinned out several important radar zones in Crimea, allowing them to maneuver more effectively during strikes on Russian positions. The Kersh Bridge is of particular importance, he said, as if it were destroyed, the peninsula would be effectively isolated. It's possible the Russian army is gradually exhausting itself. Therefore, now is an opportune moment to maneuver and attack. If Ukraine can concentrate sufficient forces on Crimea, then this is achievable, said Hamish de Bretton-Gordon. Retired Major General and former Deputy Head of the Security Service of Ukraine, Viktor Yagun, believes that the Crimean Bridge was strategically important to Russia from the very beginning, which is why enormous resources were invested in its defense. However, the occupiers were never able to fully secure the bridge. In a comment to Radio Liberty, Yagun noted that Russia has deployed all available forces and assets to defend the bridge, from naval and air defense to missile defense. However, even despite such extensive measures, the bridge remains vulnerable. There's a naval component, an air defense component, and an anti-missile component. Large units were deployed, so in their opinion, the bridge was truly protected, the expert emphasized. According to Yagun, a successful destruction of the Crimean Bridge is possible if the operation is carefully planned and carried out in conditions of strict secrecy.
Bosnian officials said Wednesday that at least 11 people died and more than 30 were injured in a fire in a retirement facility that broke out the evening before in Bosnia. According to Associated Press, it was not clear what caused the fire on the 7th floor of the building in Tuzla on Tuesday evening. Bosnian media reported that higher floors in the complex were occupied by elderly people who could not move on their own or were ill. Tuzla Mayor Zijad Lagavic said firefighters and rescue workers were among the injured, and that authorities were holding an emergency meeting on Wednesday to assess the situation.
Ono što je u toku noći urađeno, u prvom tom talasu urađena je hospitalizacija 20 pacijenata na klinici za plućne bolesti, od toga su 3 policajca, 6 vatrogasaca, a ostali su ili korisnici doma za penzionere ili uposlenici. Nažalost, jedna pacijentica je u toku noći preminula u klinici za plućne bolesti, a ovi ostali pacijenti su bili hospitalizirani i trenutno se nalaze na klinici za anesteziju i reanimaciju. Ukupno ima ih 8 na navedenoj klinici, te od tih 8, 5 je na respiratoru i nalazi se u izuzetno teškom stanju.
Situacija je bila veoma kompleksna i veoma teška, obzirom da je gorio 7. sprat. I ovom prilikom želio bih da se zahvalim svim vatrogascima iz Tuzle, Gornje Tuzle, Srebrenika, pripadnicima Ministarstva unutrašnjih poslova, kojih je došao ogroman broj, što u uniformi, što u civilu, i koji su pomogli da se skoro 62 štićenika sa 7. i 6. sprata snesu na sigurno.
Posle uključenja?
Da.
Kako zvao?
Sad mi premijera.